Welcome back, guys. Today we have a pretty cool knife that was loaned in by my buddy John, and this is by Troubled Blades. And when I did the unboxing, a lot of people had kind of commented about a Strider and whatnot, and it is kind of Strider-ish looking, especially when it's open. But this is a Troubled Blades Lil MoFo. Cool name, cool knife, couple of issues, but yeah, let's just jump right in. So it's just over 4.5 inches long, closed, opened, overall is just under 7 3/4. 3 1/4 inch plus blade, it's like 3.27 with a 2.79 cutting edge, right? Because it's got this big, huge finger choil up in the front. It's a crew wear blade steel. Pretty thick blade stock at 0.181. This is not a light knife. It's not the heaviest knife that I own. Well, I don't own this one, but it's not the heaviest knife. But it does come in at like just over 6 ounces, 6.1 ounces on this guy, with an overall thickness of 0.494. So it's small, but hefty and chunky. Fits really good in the hand. Big finger choil, so you can really choke up on it if you need to. But yeah, the pocket clip kills it for me. So it's really tight. It's incredibly a tight clip. It's hard to move. I can't really comfortably put it in my pocket. Once I do get it in my pocket, it's not coming out. So for me, that's kind of a deal right there. Outside of the pocket clip, I pretty much love it. I love the texturing on the titanium handles. I like how it's the same on the show side and the lock side. I like the black hardware. I like the, I'm not sure if that's a copper liner between the backspacers, but that's pretty cool. Has a really small lanyard hole. You'd have trouble getting 550 paracord through that. Typically what guys make lanyards out of. For me, I don't care. I don't run lanyards, but the pocket clip is kind of a downer. The blade, though, I love. The grind, the big bevel, a little bit of branding on there, no problem. I love the blade. The big finger choil, it works for this knife. Is it my favorite style? Not really, but it does fit really nice in the hand. You can feel the pocket clip a little bit, kind of stabbing me in the hand, right up in here slightly, but it's not bad. Like, I could live with that. The jimping is pretty aggressive on the blade itself, but it's usable, but it's a bit aggressive. If you get your hand on it sideways, you could potentially cut yourself, or at least scratch yourself pretty good that way. So I don't love that part about it. I think they could have rounded that off just a little bit, maybe on the edges, so that it wasn't going to catch you on the edge as you were kind of positioning your hand, so to speak. And a little bit on the same with the jimping on the actual scales it is rounded. So it's not such a deal here. A little bit on the inside, but it's not bad. All in all, it's a pretty cool knife. I just think they need to do something with the pocket clip. And I don't know if that's standard or if that is just this particular one has a tighter clip than most. That I don't know. But all in all, I really want to love this knife. It deploys great. It feels really good in the hand, whether you choke it up and do some small cutting, hold it back here, rip open some boxes, closes nice. Not that anybody closes it that way, but it works great. Only thing is that pocket clip and a little bit of the jimping on the top of the blade. But let's give you some size comparisons here. All in all, though, this is a pretty cool knife. And I'm really glad that John sent this in. It's not the favorite one out of the 3 that he sent, because he sent this, a DSK, and an Old Dominion Knife Works. And this is not the favorite. So you guys can ponder that until I get the other couple of videos done as to which one is my favorite. Here it is next, the Spyderco Delica. So the Troubled Blades is a great size. It really is. The Curtis Cruise. And how about, just because I'm on the Tucson kick, the TS129 that has the clip that kind of makes it slide that way. But so it's a little bit shorter than the TS129. So I think they're pretty cool. I've seen some of their other big ones. It's the first time I've ever had a Troubled Blade in my hand. I would like to check out a couple of other ones. So I will reach out to a few of my buddies that I know have some, so that I can try to check out a couple others, just because I'm curious how they really feel. I mean, if they're small one, and they might, there may be a smaller version of a knife from them, I'm not certain. But all in all, if we loosened up that clip some, this would totally work for me. But the problem with the clip also is this is not smooth, and so that doesn't help in the pocket. If they had underneath the pocket clip made that smooth, that might have helped, but they didn't, so it's got this same texturing. So it really does just kind of grab the pocket, just way too much for me. And if this clip was maybe thinner and or bent less, what this really needs is a nice 3D milled clip in the same color as the blade, as the scales. Now you're talking. A 3D milled titanium clip in this same dark color, this would be a winner. And maybe even try to coat the pivot just to match this other hardware. Now you'd be styling. So anyway, now I'm kind of rambling on, but there you go. Troubled Blades, Lil MoFo. Thanks, John, for lending it in. I greatly appreciate that. And y'all have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one.